Okay, welcome back. I had to go ahead and upgrade to a common Tartaric gem in order to get enough wheel in there, to have the minimum requirement. And I went ahead and got 1024 because actually I was about to hit 500. And then all of a sudden I did a hit with my sword and there were so many skeletons piled up that it jumped me to 1024 instantly. So, yeah. If you have that spawner set up, you will definitely generate a ton of them. And luckily for us, the sentient sword can be repaired in the repairer. So I just went ahead and moved it over here because I was breaking through that sword fairly quick. Also, the Bloodletters pack, I think I made a mistake. I think that's the one that when you wear it, it'll drain your HP automatically for you down to like half health when you're near your blood altar. And what that's going to do, it's going to stop at about half health, and it'll give you blood essence for every like half bar that it breaks off. So basically it's just an automatic knife kind of. But anyway, still a really nice piece if you're at the early stages. So anyway, and I did set up a trash can because we just had way too many bows. So blood magic, we want some of this binding reagent. So we're going to need redstone, glowstone dust, gold nuggets, and gunpowder. And we're going to want a bit of this. So let's go ahead and we'll go with like 10 of them. How's that sound? I think that'll be alright. And glowstone. And then, what was the last? Oh yeah, gunpowder. We will need a bit of that. Okay. So now we're all set. And of course, this doesn't really require a lot of wheel. It just needs a really high minimum wheel. So, and we'll throw all this in there and let that start running. And that's going to create that binding reagent for us. So we'll go ahead and grab this one. We're going to need more of it. So that's why I'm going ahead and making more. And now that we've got that, the first thing that I want to get is the bound blade. Now, of course, all of our bound tools are still here, but we want the bound blade. So just a diamond sword, and there's this thing called an alchemy array. So let's go ahead and first up, we'll go ahead and just get our diamond sword. And that. And there we go. And now, to get the alchemy array, to actually make this thing work, we are going to need, what's this? Oh, 0.06. Awesome. That was actually one of the ones that we grinded up, too. That's what's crazy. That we used to make something, I think. Anyway, so now we're going to need to get ourselves, oh, what's it called? It's like an ash, some kind of ash. Can't think of the name of it. I can't find it. What's it called? Ash. Ash. Oh, here it is. Arcane ashes. That's what we need. So we're going to have to run, this actually doesn't require any wheel to do this, but we're going to need some white, or bone meal, or any kind of white dye, redstone, gunpowder, and coal. So let's get some of that. And I'm going to go ahead and grab, once again, I'm going to do a few of these, so we'll get 10, 10, and bone meal, what is this? Bone blocks? Okay. Oh, I guess I got them from my quarry. And then what was the other thing that I needed? Arcane ashes. Coal. That's right. Got plenty of that. That will not be a problem. Okay. So now that we've got that, let's go run this through the Hellfire Forge. And just throw that stuff around. And we're about to get our first one. Okay. And so then what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're just going to lay this out on the ground. You just right click it. And you'll notice it does a little bit of damage. And then the binding, okay, there we go. That's right. You have to do the binding reagent first. That turns it into a binding alchemy array. And then if we put our sword in there, you'll notice we get this really cool effect. Absolutely awesome. It's pretty much the ritual binding before it still brings down the lightning bolts, but of course it looks way cooler, and of course you're not going to burn down your base in the process of using it. And there we go. So we got our bound blade, and once again you can shift right click to change it between the different forms and all that good stuff. Now I am going to, since I haven't done it as of yet, I'm going to throw this in here. Honestly, it might actually be full because I was wearing that coat of arms the whole time. Stored 10,000 life points. Oh wait, no. There we go. There we go. And now I should be able to... Maybe it just stores it on there. Okay, well anyway, we've got some in there. And then the next thing that we're going to do is... we're going to do some more binding, but this time it's going to be a little bit more interesting. We don't actually need that much of it, I don't think, anymore. I didn't realize they had durability. I was pretty sure that it consumed it all, but it doesn't. Which works for me. I'm not going to complain at all. So we're going to, the next thing that we want to get is, you know, this Man of Steel armor is cool and everything, but living armor. This is the new, like, awesome, hella awesome armor from Blood Magic. So we're just going to bind iron armor pieces. Just the same way we did the sword, but let's go ahead and bind those. And this actually has a special mechanic to make it work. Also, I do want a divination sigil as well. We could actually benefit from one of those. That's just redstone and a blank slate. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a piece of redstone. I'm going to throw this arcane ash in there in that bucket. And then I also want all the iron armor. So let's get you. And you. And you. And you. Alright. Oops. Okay, so now we're going to put this down and use our binding composite on it and put that in there. And then we can come over here and set us up another one to make that. And then we'll come right over here and set up another one. Oops. Shoot. And the helmet is done. So let's lay another one out. There's a mega lightning storm up in here. And put that down. I really love these effects though. Like I think really did a great job on that. WayOfTime did. And then our last piece. We got our boots. And now for the other thing that we're going to want, we're going to put down redstone. You'll notice this time we get a different graphic. There's different graphics depending on what you put into it. And we are going to grab ourselves just a blank slate. And put this one in here, and we'll watch this one because it's a little bit different. It's still basically the same idea. A lot of spinny ritual circles, and that'll get us our divination sigil. So we can see that right now we currently have 1,200 or 10,200 essence in here, and we can right click it and see that the capacity on here is 10,000. It is a tier 3 and currently has no life essence in it. Just a really nice thing to have. So anyway, now that we've got our living armor, this stuff is absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen this, haven't played around with it, it is absolutely amazing. So we are going to remove this. We're going to remove this. I'm not too concerned about you know, holding onto this stuff at this point. And we'll go ahead and take these as well. And we'll throw them in there. Now these don't have the highest defense in the world, I will say. But if we throw these on, for one, they look really cool. Absolutely love this set. But if you notice on the chest piece, you can see there's upgrade points 0 out of 100. And if we hold Shift and M, right? Okay, well that's not coming up to see how much progress we have. But let's say, for example, I run around for a minute. Okay, if you look right there in my text chat, it says upgrade acquired. So now if we go and we look at this, okay, for some reason it appears that the upgrades are not showing. I'm assuming it's a bug, and hopefully it'll be fixed. It should, anytime you get an upgrade, it should take so many of your upgrade points. You have a maximum of 100 to start with, and apply an upgrade. So you might have like faster running speed, higher jump height. You can actually add flying to it. You can make it so that you get more blood essence whenever you cut yourself. Just all different kinds of stuff. Well fed, like, what is it? I can't remember what it's called, like saturation or something like that, where food will last longer. There's just all different kinds of buffs that you can get with this armor, which is really, really nice. Now the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take armor another step, and I went ahead and prepped one item, which is basically just another Tartaric gem, because you got to make these for a lot of stuff. So you want to get in the habit of it. But we're going to, I think, for the sentient axe. Actually, we could make that already. But we're going to go ahead and get our sentient armor. If you notice, if you click on here on these pieces, there's not really a crafting recipe. Then you can attach an electric jetpack to it, but other than that, there's no real crafting recipe for it. So what you have to do is you have to craft this sentient armor gem. You need some obsidian, a block of iron, and a diamond chest plate. So let's go ahead and get that stuff together. And that. And obsidian. And one of our many, many blocks of iron. It's definitely not an issue in the least. And of course you can use the item repairer to fix any of the stuff that that you damage or anything. So anyway, we're going to need a lesser Tartaric gem and then these items, and that's going to start running, and it's going to require a bit of wheel. What was it, like 200? But it's going to get us this sentient armor gem. Now what we can do, if we go into third person here and we right click this gem, okay, never mind, I found the issue. It was because I didn't have my Tartaric gem on me. I forgot that I need to have that. So you do need to have a Tartaric gem with some wheel on you in order to use this. But if we go out here and we right click our sentient armor, you'll notice it throws on our armor. And the way this stuff works, if you notice, well, it's hard to tell, but it does give you more defense than your standard armor, and it goes over it. And of course it just looks really, really cool. Now we're at 753, and if we toggle it on, we're still at 753. It's just we need to have some of that wheel on us in order to activate it. And there are ways to upgrade the sentient armor, which we will get into later on, but we're not ready for it at the moment. And plus it just looks really, really cool, I think. So the last thing that I want to go over is the incense altar. So this is something that you can make fairly early in, and it's crafted just like this, and we've got everything. Let me grab our blood orb. Actually, we've got blood orbs in the thing. We just have our main one in there, so I should be able to craft this no problem. Okay, and we can set this up. We'll put it, say, right over here by our altar, and you'll notice that if we right click it with a divination sigil, it's going to say current tranquility is 0 and current bonus is plus 20%. Now the higher that you get that bonus, the more blood essence you're going to get, like whenever you cut yourself and stuff. So like right now, for example, if we look, we have 58,950. I'm not entirely sure if this affects mob kills. Let's try. 950. So that was a what? 1,250 that we got. And then if we kill another one with that down, yeah. So it's the same with mob kills, but if we cut ourselves, this does give a bonus. And you can actually increase the tranquility. Honestly, I'm going to do a bit more reading. If it doesn't affect mobs at all, I'm not going to worry about it. But the way that you increase that tranquility to get a higher bonus and everything is you're going to put things things that make the area quote-unquote tranquil. So you're going to put like water and plants and crops and grass and dirt and different naturey things around the blood altar, and that is going to increase the amount of essence that you get, like whenever you cut yourself. So once again, I'm not entirely sure that it works on mobs. It doesn't appear to, but I could be mistaken on that. Like for example, if we, let me check something really quick here. If we have the sacrificial dagger, and how much did I have? 61,450. Soul Fray. It like took all my health. Why did it do that? But anyway, you'll notice that the dagger looks like this right now. It's not glowing or anything. Let me go get some food. I have a falling king cod, but I don't have it out right now because I'm not stabbing myself anymore at this point. Throw that in there. And let's head on back here. Of course, it's going to start raining. So right now we've got 62,802. If we stab ourselves, we've got 63. So 62,802, and then 6302. Okay, so not a whole lot of essence. If we throw this down and we give it just a second, it's like a 3x3 area that it works in. You'll notice that my sacrificial dagger just started lighting up. And now if we come over here and we stab ourselves, okay, it takes like all your health is what it does. But it does give you quite a bit of essence, and it gives you an increase. Like right now it's 20%, but eventually it can get much higher. But like I said, that's not something that I'm all that interested in using, because I'm not really a stab yourself kind of person. I'm more of like a sit back and kill mobs, or let mobs be killed kind of person. So anyway, and we got an upgrade required that's not going to show up. But anyway, that's a lot of the basics of the new blood magic items. I'm going to keep doing the whole blood magic grind. I'm not doing that on camera really. I know I was working on it some on stream, but I'm trying to avoid doing that on camera because chances are you've been through the blood magic grind. But I'm fairly close to getting us up to a tier 4, and then it's so much easier once we can get a Well of Suffering and everything set up. It's really easy mode after that. So anyway, I am going to end out the episode there. If you guys have any questions about blood magic, I'm still getting used to the whole new array of things to do and all. But of course, if you do have any questions, as always, feel free to let me know, and I will do my best to help you out with that. And like I said, we're going to get more into the auras and all that stuff later on down the road, and you know, once we get to that point. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button, and go ahead and subscribe for more daily videos if you're not already. It's very much appreciated. And what's this even doing right now? It's not pulling in items. Okay, this is messing up on me. It's very messing up on me. That's fine. Unless maybe we don't have enough extra wood, which is a possibility as well. So, no, that's not the issue. Okay, well, I'll figure that out. But anyway, like I said, next episode we're going to be setting up our very first soul shard setup with Draconic Evolution. So we're going to get into some of the new mechanics of Draconic Evolution. There is quite a bit to that. And my goal is eventually to have a wall set up in the Refined Storage mainframe. And, or actually we'll probably do it automatically. So whenever we don't have full stockpiles of leather and meat, it'll turn on like the cow spawner. And it'll keep us stockpiled with all of those. And we'll use soul shards and Draconic Evolution spawners for, you know, setting that up, I think, because they're really quick. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys join me for that, and until next time, as always, do take care, and I hope to see you guys then.